Okay, welcome to the 12th session of Primordial Harmony, a heavily modified run-through of Princes of the Apocalypse. I am the DM of this adventure, Mike, and with me are...
I'm Nyx. I play a wood elf ranger named Illyria, who owns a panther named Valora.
I am Brittany. I play a tiefling monk named Carahill.
I am Kitties, and I play a precocious gnome bard named Hum.
My name is Miles. I'm playing an Aasimar, Indiana Jones knockoff named Tadai Sadinov. And thanks to this group, my Google image search has gotten a lot more risque.
And I am Justin, and I play Acuriel Vitalis, Shovel Knight Extraordinaire.
Yes.
Patreon rewards will be audio for before the games, if we ever get a Patreon.
Oh, God.
Okay. Cool. So who wants to take us through a recap?
1, 2, 3, nut it.
I don't remember a thing, so.
Y'all are not respecting the nod it. The silence is making me want to do it.
Oh,
do it!
I'll go ahead.
Do it!
I'll go
Fine.
ahead.
Oh,
all
you
right.
got it? All right.
No,
You got it. I believe you.
All right. So we started off last session with our intrepid group of adventurers waking up in the Blustery Brew, a tavern in the seaside port city of Rolid. Would help if I got rid of these. And upon taking their breakfast and sort of shopping around, I believe Tadias went to buy some things. Arrows were bought.
Zeros were purchased.
Yes. They decided to follow up on a lead that was given to them by the owner of the Blustery Brew, which Hum trusts implicitly, whose name is Norval, who apparently belongs to a anti-thieves guild that works in Rolid to help protect the commerce in and out of there from nefarious ne'er-do-wells. The party jaunted over to the posh, rich district in Rolid, in the center of town, and had a little knock at the door of one of the houses, and the young man house-sitting was very adamant about them leaving, but they strong-armed their way in and interviewed him thoroughly. Searched out the house, searched his knowledge, and they found that, among other things, Zachariel's family is offshore, being held in a keep on an island in the middle of the Gulf on the east coast of Quoth Doyum. And I also think that Tadias opened a safe, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, they made it their birthday. They weren't the most intelligent of, safe code deliverers. But anyway.
Well, you did roll pretty well on perception checks, so...
Thanks, buddies. Thanks for helping me.
Advantage or not, rolling 3 20s in a row is nothing to sneeze at. Over 3 20s.
Well, sneezing was all I was doing that session anyway.
Oh yeah,
so yes.
So after pilfering and also finding some forged documents, the party left and went about their day doing a little bit more shopping, laundering that money they found, getting some new armor, and spending the day at the pier and eating delicious fish.
So much fish.
And then following up on a different lead that led them to a warehouse on the edge of town, where they discovered a group of water cultists sort of educating themselves on the elemental devices manufactured by what they can only assume is clear currents back in Force Stride, and
these cultists freed a water elemental. But instead of just straight up attacking it, one of you, Zachariel attempted to talk to it. Tadias attempted to murder it.
I was well-meaning.
And, but Zachariel managed to talk it down in the middle of the fight and finish off the cultists. And I believe you are still in the... Oh, nice.
Let's also not forget that Jackor, the house sitter, I managed to convince him to leave the cult and change his name to Brenlin.
Ah, yes, you did.
Join the militia.
That's a very important point. You gifted him the longsword that you had been using with the way shields for quite a while as well.
Yes.
And you also, after striking down the last cultist, you felt, Zachariel, you felt a strange sort of moment in time in your mind where you were presented with a choice. And you decided to take the magic weapon. So now Sunny Spades is a magic weapon for the purposes of overcoming resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Yep.
So, let me paint the scene. There are several corpses around you. And you actually aren't all like that, but I needed to copy your tokens, so I think everyone is like sort of over here. Something like this. Dante's not actually in here, he's outside.
But he is the camera.
Yes. And I need to alter Laura's.
Yeah, I think it was over here because Lyria pickled that one guy.
Yes. Yes, you did. Let's see.
And the water elemental went into the wood, didn't it?
Yeah, the wood on the right side, the east.
The elemental is sort of... Okay, so... Hold on a second. Those strawberries look really good, kitties.
It was worth it.
Worth it. Okay. So, Zachariel, looking around, you can see there's sort of this... the water is sort of coalescing... That makes up the water elemental, is coalescing around... let me turn down the docks. Coalescing around this bundle of lumber. The last cultist is just sort of bleeding out. What do you do?
I put my weapons away and walk over to it, and in my best Aquan, / just Primordial, going to say, "It is safe. You can come out now."
To everyone else, it sounds like this. Mixed with a little bit of this. And you hear back, actually, so I'm going to try something.
But
So every time you talk, I'm going to play the I'm going to play the sound effects for everyone else. So say what you said again, Justin.
It is safe now, little one. You can come out.
And you hear back a sort of weak sounding Aquan splashy sound. And he says, well, you won't hurt me, right?
No, I wish to help you. Let me bring you home.
So he starts to sort of come out. Whoa. Oh, yes. And I'll take you back to the chat because this isn't going to work as well as I thought, so give me a second.
Okay.
It was an experiment.
It is nectarines and
Alright.
that kind of fruit.
we're back. It didn't work as well as I thought. So, Zachariel, who can speak Primordial here aside from Zachariel?
I don't believe so. Let me see. No.
Nope.
Do you want me to drop languages in there, or?
Just yes or no. It doesn't matter for this part.
Nah, don't not.
Okay. So
Not I.
not I. So you see the water elemental sort of slink out of the wood and sort of coalesce and take form. And Carahil and Illyria, you can sort of tell that even though it has no real face, it looks sort of apprehensive with the way it's moving, the way it's flowing. And Zachariel, you hear it say, whoa, beep beep.
It begins reversing.
It's a robot.
It says, home. And he just sort of, he says that, and he kind of plays around with it, that word, and he says, where's home?
Oh.
Oh,
Don't
that
know
kind
where
of
you
broke
come
my
from.
heart. Little guy.
Zachariah, are you going to tell us any of what the slooshing means?
Yeah.
I don't understand any of this.
Sorry, trying to figure out where it lives.
Where it lives. Can I make a check to determine that?
Absolutely.
Would be arcane?
Arcana,
or would it be
definitely.
history? Arcana, that's it.
Why did that beep twice for me? Okay, so 20. You know that most elementals and living where you do and around the elemental industrialists, you know that elementals come from the elemental planes.
He's
Mo-
likely,
yeah.
he's likely summoned from one of the planes. My guess is water, but I don't have any relative means of sending it home.
Do you know how to get it back?
I gotta scratch my head. My uncle might know, maybe one of the other business practitioners.
Well,
Doesn't
probably not
Carahill's
wise.
friend know?
Possibly. He deals with fire, though.
Probably not wise to walk around with an elemental. Does anyone have a jar?
I had turned behind me a bunch of barrels.
What about that thing on the table here?
It's
I-
pretty much
He smashed
shattered.
it, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the table, you see sort of this. You see what was sort of a jar and a device with a bunch of pipes.
Well, I'd love to go through all these people and raid them real quick, but really, I just want that seaweed skirt. So I'm going for this guy.
You start ripping off the seaweed skirt, which is
I'm careful about it. I want
stained
that
with
seaweed.
blood, by the way.
Aww.
That's
We can
character.
dip it in the bay.
That's
Wash
all
off
that.
the blood.
Why not get the water elemental to come wash you off?
I think I've already skirted enough, haven't I not?
Yeah, you actually
Could we-
see Zachariel. You actually see the water elemental, sort of facing and sort of taking a guarded stance towards Tadias as he moves, and then he says to you in Primordial, "He won't hurt me, will he?"
No, it's misunderstanding. We've been dealing with these people, as I point over to the corpses, for the last little while, and they're using your people against us. It will not hurt you.
He says,
Feels quite bad about it, I'm sure.
and he sort of looks out. And,
You see that it's just like a that's for me.
hold on a second.
Could we use a water skin?
He looks a little big to do that, but we could try.
Can
Okay.
he just walk around with us?
Yeah, but it just feels like a bad idea to walk around town with a water elemental.
Mike's back. Okay, so what was that?
What
Would
about
he fit
disguising
in
him?
a water skin?
What if we disguised him with a large mustache, Perhaps glasses of some sort? Maybe a little rouge on the side?
Anybody got
I
a
have my
disguise kit?
disguise kit. I have a costume.
I really need to get better at these jokes. No one understands when I'm saying them.
Oh, give him that skirt, Dias.
Perhaps someone else would like to take this cut to him.
You have a name, I say to him. Primordial.
He sort of cocks his head. Name?
All right. Well, how about Squirt?
Squirt. All right.
He was my favorite starter,
He's
honestly.
small. I wasn't going for Squirtle. I didn't.
No, I was kidding.
So if he gets bigger, we call him Mega Squirt.
Oh wait, that's
Oh,
not.
he has a name.
Wait a second. That's not how you spell squirt. Derp.
No, that's Squirt. I like Squirt though.
In fiction, he said squirt. So, okay.
Squirt.
Oh, I gotta check. He. When you talk about the cultists, he sort of snaps to attention, and he says, he kind of gestures to them, and he says, one second, my notes are all fucked up.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
He says, he kind of shrinks back looking at the corpses on the ground and sort of melts back into the wood as in Primordial he says to Zachriel, they were going to give me to somebody as a gift.
Oh. You're a person. They can give you someone.
He
Now,
he just
we
kind
have
of
someone
go
who
on.
might be able to help you. Get home.
He's
Back to the
listening.
water plane. Unfortunately, it's quite a bit of distance away, so, are you able to get inside, like a jar or a barrel?
He
A water skin.
he sort of he doesn't hear you say that, but he at Zachariel he kind of confusingly, but he seems agreeable as he sort of makes a motion with his body, with his watery body, and he says, "Well, I was in that," and he sort of gestures with a watery tendril toward where the device was, and he says, I think."
All right, I'm gonna hold out my water skin. All I have.
He
You think?
hmm.
I just hold it.
Can I look around the room to see if there's like anything else?
there are barrels, and in terms of containers, of the barrels is all you've got. But he sort of flows up to Zachriel, and he starts to flow into the water skin, and it swells, and you can see that he's not even halfway in, and it's starting to the seams along the leathery parts is starting to strain.
Wait, stop.
He stops, and he starts flowing out, and sort of cocks his water elemental head.
This isn't going to work. I walk across the room, I get a barrel,
Okay.
and
And
I put the barrel down.
he he just sort of hops into it and sloshes around, looks up at you, and the barrel is about it's not as big as it is there. It's not 5 feet across. It's more like a regular, like 2 feet across sort of barrel. It's definitely bulky. It's kind of hard to carry.
Well, we got Mr. Muscles who can carry all kinds of weight.
What?
Tadias can
Wait,
carry a lot of weight.
I think I can carry just as much as the guy. Yeah.
Can't we roll it?
I mean, we
That
compare
would be
compare
really-
strength scores, and Zachariel has actually 2 points less, but
Oh,
that's
you're a strong
mechanical.
boy.
Yeah, he's at 20 now. He maxed out his strength. So, whoa.
Perhaps you should deal with it now until it finds me more favorably. But for the time being, I kind of crouch down. I look over at these guys and I see if there's anything new about them. See if they have any stuff on them, clues about the fortress that we were looking into. All the normal pickings.
Right. On the priestly man, you find you find 9 gold pieces,
Cool. Big spender.
and on the reavers, there's 4 of them, right? Yep. Altogether, you find 16 silver pieces.
All right, I hand them over to him. Nothing more about the castle or the keep. Zachariel, is your friend, was he conjured here now or was he conjured here before?
I'll ask him. Were you brought into this place here, somewhere else?
He sort of wobbles around in the barrel, and he moves up so that he's in a more humanoid shape. And he says, he sort of shakes his body, and he says, "No, somewhere else. I was in the waters, and then suddenly I was in a bottle, and I heard lots of voices." And to everyone else, everyone that's not Zachariel can only make this out as splashing.
Yep.
So you just hear a lot of chopping water. And he continues and he says, I heard voices, and they're saying things like they're going to make elementals fight for them, and something 5 troublemakers and their pets needed to be killed.
Oh, they're talking about us. Turn around. You guys all
So-
understood what he said, yes?
I was just
No.
about to ask, is
I-
Zachariel explaining what he's saying to us?
All I gathered from that is now I have to use the restroom.
Me too.
Yeah, as he's speaking in Primordial, that's when I'd be relaying it in common.
Okay. It's one thing to try to kill me. It's another thing to try to kill my friends, but it is a damn dangerous thing to try to kill Dante.
He wants to kill Dante. We
Well-
gotta do something. Plus,
Well-
who thinks it's okay to enslave people to fight?
Several cultures, but we don't really have many of them around now.
We should stab him in the face.
Hey, Zachariel, ask him if he knows the bigger water elemental that we met back at that farm.
There was a water elemental at that farm.
Are you
The
thinking of
large
the guy
one.
that could switch back and forth between the
Yeah.
Oh, he's not an elemental.
He had a funky fresh curse on him.
Oh.
With all that, I kind of look over the team, I stand up and I say, so were we leaving these individuals to fate and where the militia find them, or were we going to report the situation?
And right as you say that, you hear coming from this direction. Actually, let me make sure the stream's getting this.
Shit.
You hear from this direction,
Yeah.
the sound of a door that Carhill, Hum, and Illyria entered, open. And
I close the barrel and lean on it.
You closed. All right. 1 second. What's going on? Oh, that's what's going on. A short, stout figure. You hear soft footfalls from behind you, Illyria. Valora starts to growl. And then you hear the sound of a barking Dante as he actually comes in behind this man and kind of like does the dog jumping hug, and you hear good doggy, and then he walks in. He says, "Wow, what a fine mess you've made."
Hum whispers, "Traitor," under her voice.
I'm not sure we've met. Who exactly are you?
He says, "Oh, I'm Leonard, shipbuilder, friend of Norval."
This is good. Sorry, Leonard, we were unable to recover your ship.
He says, "Oh, no, are you talking about the... No, that's not my ship. I'm just a shipbuilder." He says, we should probably get this cleaned up. What do you say?"
Most likely.
So he walks over here and he looks around. Oh boy, I'll have to get some boys to help out with this. Then, from the other direction, pertinent question, Zachariel Tadias. You guys didn't lock the door behind you, did you?
No.
All right.
Nope.
So,
Hum busts out and just, like, diarrhea of the mouth says, "They attacked us first."
I'm sure they did. Not a good lot of people. We've had a lot of trouble with them, and they've actually managed to get away. I think you've heard this already. The shipment of Kalbast. And as
Yeah.
And as he says that, you hear the door in the front side of the warehouse sort of creak open, and you see a figure. Zachariel, when you turn to look, you see a figure with the same sort of garb as those shark-toothed swordsmen, sort of looking, and sort of looking down, like they're turning the corner from the outside, and they say, "Guys, I got the rocks." And then he looks up, sees the massacre that happened, looks at the party, and bolts. What do you do?
I'm
Get
running.
him.
Get them to tie us. To die.
Action dash, bonus action dash. I'm out of there.
Okay. Surprisingly, when you manage to get to the front of the warehouse, you can tell that they are very far off already. It seems that this individual is quite fast.
Is he 90 feet a turn fast?
He seems to be. He also has a head start. And you watch him sort of duck to off, or he goes toward the shore, and then you see a bluff, and then he sort of jumps down. He jumps down away from, or there's a bluff at the beach, and he jumps and he leaves your line of sight.
Can I use my action to bring out my wings and fly overhead and see if I spot him?
Sure. You wing up and you fly over, and I'm gonna take you there. Hold on.
Oh, here we go. It's a good thing I didn't waste it on getting pummeled in the face for a race.
Tadias, you should have carried me, and then I could have, like, hit him with my longbow.
Do it. So, except for all that, except for your tokens, you see all that.
Alright.
and not the water elemental, obviously. So you're floating above that. They don't seem to notice you. So what do you do?
Well, I don't see him on the map.
You don't see anything on the map?
I see the left side, and the right side's a big, like, black.
Oh, right. There. You see that.
Alright. If I'm seeing all, I am going to begin to head backwards.
Okay.
And, in fact,
And you can tell that they're all sort of huddled together. He kind of like brings everyone in and he starts to talk. You go back, what do you do?
well, how far am I exactly? Am I actually where my token is, or am I back a little bit?
For this moment, it doesn't matter too much. You're about 100 feet, maybe 120 feet away from the warehouse. We're not exactly in initiative right now, so just tell me what you're going to do.
I know I'm going to head back because I have a ranger that'll be able to track them. So even if I don't overhear what they're saying, I know I have a way of getting them. So I'm going to head back.
Okay. You head back. Tadias is back. And you're still winged up for like the next 50 seconds.
Oh, wow. That was quick. All right.
Well, not 50 seconds. More like, I guess, the next...
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll say it just pops off after I hop through the door.
Fine.
What did you see?
4 or 5 of them on the beach. They're
So,
We definitely need to take care of them.
he saw
my
us.
shipbuilder friend. Will you be able to handle all this?
He says, no problem. I'll get some of the GL here and we'll get this nice and cleaned up. This warehouse is vacant. He does air quotes, vacant, anyway.
Good. They already knew who we were by what Zachariel says Squirt knows, so it's not going
What
to
are we
change
gonna do
much.
with Squirt? Take him with us?
It's your choice, Zachariel.
Squirt?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I will show you.
Is that the dog's name?
Let's not react. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh? You start to look back and forth.
Alright, I slowly lift the lid off the barrel.
Oh, and you gestured him over to look over in the barrel.
Yeah.
Okay, he walks over and you do that. He looks down. Water? What am I looking at?
And in Primordial, I say, rise.
And Squirt does indeed rise. And Lenad sort of jumps back a bit and he says, "Oh, an elemental. I see. Okay.
These people are using elementals. Fight for. This one does not wish to fight.
He sort of blinks for a moment. He says, "Oh, that's good. I'll make sure not to spill him."
Don't worry. I will be carrying him.
Okay. And then he says, "Well, we'll probably be here for the next hour, but my warehouse is on the other end of the lane, about three doors down, 3 warehouses down."
Perfect. Perhaps you should take the, and I point over to Dante as well. You ready to head out?
He says, "Oh, all right, come on, boy." And Dante's like, "Arf," and just kind of licks his hand.
You can ride him. He's fun to ride on.
He looks at Hum. Never thought of doing that. And then he kind of starts to like jump on his back. And then if you stay there, he's gonna like try to ride Dante.
Have fun. And I run the other way. Let's go.
As we're starting to head out, I kind of like flag down Illyria. I'm not sure if they saw me or not, but if they did, they're not going to be there prepared to track them.
Sounds good. Come on,
All right.
Valara, let's go.
Okay, so you all start heading over.
I start leading them the way I went into the little bluff that they jumped down.
Got it. Okay, so we're gonna switch pages now.
Fun.
Excuse me. All right, so let me make a thing. Okay, so the black is just the fact that you can't see below the bluff. When you look out, you can see the sun set, or you can see the dark blue twilight sky of the beach, and you can see just sort of fog in the distance and the ocean and stuff. Go ahead and place your tokens however you think they would be.
Well, I'm going to ask Thaddeus, whereabouts along here did you last see them?
As we're walking up like the little craggy pass, I kind of point over the bluff towards the beach. There's about 4 or 5 of them over there. They were in a group, a discussion. Looked like someone was leading it. I was a few hundred feet away. I couldn't really see much. The one who ran away was fast. These might be more dangerous.
Roll perception checks.
Button. Who's got the button?
I do.
I do not have the button this time. Oh! Oh, yo! Look at them green numbers.
All right. Hey, Brittany, can you say something? Because I haven't actually heard you.
Oh,
Okay.
hi.
I just want to make sure that your mic's working. Okay. So, Hum and Zachriel, wow, everybody except Thaddeus can hear murmuring, just slight murmuring with all of the water moving. You can just hear a slight talking underneath the bluff.
I wouldn't hear that. I got a 10.
Oh, you did? Okay. Everyone, all the girls heard. Boys didn't.
Armor bros.
Armor bros.
I look back at Thaddeus and Zachriel and quietly say, "Do you hear that?
You know what?
There's somebody underneath us."
Well, I think you 3 are the best to eavesdrop.
Can you hear what they're saying, Illyria?
You can't make out what they're saying. You hear talking, but it's washed out by the sound of the waves lapping.
Now I really gotta pee.
I know, me too. Do we want to confront them? Do you want to try to eavesdrop? What is our play?
If they've seen us, they gotta die. Or the one did, at least.
Can we try and get as close as we can? Do we really want to hear them, or?
They might give us some information that could be useful. They're not quite talkative when it's actually with a knife to their throat. They're more talkative when they think they are alone.
Kill all except one?
If it is how you wish.
Should we try to get closer and hear them?
I look at Zachariah and myself and say, perhaps you should will decide that.
Illyria, Carahil, should we get closer, see if we can hear them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. How close are you planning on getting? Are you just going to try to be at the edge of the bluff?
Yes.
Okay. Who's doing it?
I will.
Okay. So, how are you approaching the bluff?
I'm going to crawl
All right, roll self check.
as low as I can. Try 1 sec.
All right. You crawl, and you sort of wedge yourself between 2 little, not represented here, shrubs that are kind of growing on the beach sands. And you look over the edge, and you see... One moment. Illyria can see this. Can you see that, Illyria? No, you can't.
It's
Oh, no.
black for me. I can now.
Why is that? Well, you see down on the beach, you see that group of people, and you hear they're talking, and it's still hard to make out the words, but you can hear things like report to Yoliver, or we should tell Gar, or we need to just head back and try later. But other than that, you can't make out much else.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the group.
Roll another stealth check. All right,
Nice.
you return back to the group.
What do we have?
I think we better get these guys that were talking about reporting to others. Right now, I saw. Oh shoot! How many was there? Like 6. Was there 6 or 7?
We can handle sticks. We going loud or we going in quiet?
What were the names?
I didn't get any names. I could barely hear them.
You did get names.
Oh right. They're saying report to. Oh, what was their name?
Yoliver, and then one other said report this to Gar.
Yeah, someone named Yalifer and someone named Gar.
Yoliver we're looking for. I heard of Gar.
Let's go get them. We don't want them to report to Yoliver or to Gar.
We should be careful.
Yes.
And if we could, perhaps luring them away from the water.
We could throw rocks.
Zachariel's gonna look to
Look to who?
You think? I look to Hum. Say, the last fight has left me a little wounded. Could you?
Absolutely. So she lays her hands on him, and rolls, does cure wounds on him.
I do fear that if we try to lure them over here, only half will come and then half will take off to these guys that they want to report to.
We know how slippery they can be when they are close to water.
Can we get around and put ourselves between the water and them?
That is maybe best. If we
I
can
don't think
perhaps...
not without them seeing us.
The
Or if we
terrain
can take
is not
the
on your
most...
side. The bluff sort of goes for a while. In fact, it kind of goes until it hits the pier, which is a fair way down.
If we can grab the most important one and hold them hostage, perhaps we can have let's move away.
Did you see any vessels?
When I flew over, I don't remember seeing any vessels, but we know that some can turn to those water things.
Well, shit.
I did see something in the water too.
A ship?
No.
You saw like you're not sure, but you saw what might have been a dorsal fin.
Yeah.
They won't be lured away. I think we take as many as we can. We're going to have to fight them at the keep anyway, correct?
Take them by surprise.
Take them by surprise.
Zachariel and I will walk to the beach, and if you all want to start running death, that might be the best play.
Are we all good with this?
What's your plan?
I think the plan is pretty much attack.
Okay.
There's not much else because we can't cut them off. We can't stop them from getting away, so it's get all the ones we can.
All right.
Go in
Maybe we can put
possible?
Valora between the water and them? Stealthy cat.
Just whatever you'd like.
I'm pretty sure they'll notice a Valora. I mean, they did say they're after our pets.
We don't want Valora to get hurt, so let's just go.
Neither Dante either, so.
He's not with you though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's just the camera then.
Yeah, he's just the camera. So
Then I'd round off on Dante.
They were really quick though. Well, running after them quick as possible. Or are we sure that they wouldn't just run away?
I mean, the three of you outrun me today, so maybe I'm just having an off.
We do have ranged weapons.
Just stop any from getting to the water. Zachariah and I will grab all the ones we can.
Alright.
So why don't you all sneak into position and Zachariah noise?
say that everything you said after Zachariel again. You cut out.
Oh, so I said sneak into position and Zachariah. Practically the same plan we had said before.
Yep, you cut out exactly the same way.
Yep.
How dare I? So I said, why don't these people sneak forward, and then Zachariel and I will bring the noise, like the last time we did this.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So move your tokens as you think you would, and then tell me when you're gonna run in. Okay. Did Hum just walk there? Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
Can we get up, like, on here, or is it too high?
You can climb up there.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up there stealth.
Where's Valora gonna be?
Right behind me.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
We'll go down this way then.
Okay. Roll stealth checks. Everyone who's doing that, who hasn't yet.
Yay, not too bad.
It's pretty good.
Alright. So you're all up there, you can see them, and you don't notice them. Or they don't seem to notice you.
Can we see them now?
You can.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to put Dante over there. And now everybody can see them. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of the dynamic lighting. Boop. Alright. Dante's not there. He's going to be with her. Alright. So... what are you doing?
Waiting for Tadias and Zachariel, I guess, right?
You ready, Zach?
Always.
Alright. And I just charge into the beach as loud as I can. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. With bonus action.
Okay. The second you get there, we're gonna roll initiative.
Is that something
It's just none of their business. Fuck.
My roommate is discussing wine very loudly.
Nah, I don't want that one. We'll do that one. One, two, three. Blur. Oh no, Blur doesn't roll. All right. Descending. Okay. So, Zachary and Tadias crunch into the sand after jumping off of the bluff, and the dude here that's highlighted with green turns around quickly and says, "It's them. Just use them and kill them." And you watch as they fish into their pocket real quick and pull out this strange-looking stone, and they run it across the blade part of their shark tooth longsword, and you watch as this sort of bluish white energy sort of surrounds the blade, and he runs over to Zachariel and is going to try to attack him.
So they only see Zachariel and Tadias right now.
Yep. 24 to hit on Zachariel.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And you take 6 slashing and also 4 cold damage.
Okay.
All right. It is your turn.
All right. I am going to quickly look at the guys. Kill the weak ones first. And I'm going to shove this person.
All right.
Hey, hold on.
They stay standing.
All right. 15.
As a hit. As these fellows are not armored.
And
Was that action surge?
oh, we're not level 5. Disregard that one. I don't
Okay.
have extra.
All right.
We did not short rest.
Did not short rest. This one is going to do. Hold on, I need to mark this guy. All right. This one takes their shark tooth longsword, which actually looks more like a hardened piece of branch of a palm tree, and runs this strange rock across it, and it's going to. Come on, don't do that to me. You see it sort of glimmer a little bit, but it doesn't look like it does anything else. And they run up to Zachariel, and they're going to attack him. 15 to hit. Actually, 16, but that doesn't hit, right?
Yes.
All right, it misses. Carhill, it is your turn.
All right. I want to stay where I am.
Okay.
And attack with my short bow.
All right. Who are you attacking?
I'll attack this tree.
Okay.
So that's advantage?
It is.
Cool.
That's a hit. For 8 piercing. Nice. They do not look good as they and they sort of look up at where you are and kind of growl a little bit.
All right.
Well, sorry, were you not done?
Oh no, I'll done.
Okay. This one, the orangey token, and just to give you an idea what it looks like, he's a very muscular man. I'm going to do that. The art
Ouch.
isn't the right. He's got a very wicked-looking sword and a dagger. And I want to get rid of that.
So he's gotta come and Mad Max us. We go in, we kill.
Come over to Tadias, and going to attempt to attack him. Doesn't bother with the thing. 22 to hit you, Tadias.
That'll hit.
And as you're sort of distracted by his ally, you take I can't math. 17 damage.
Jeez.
And then he attacks you again, but it's a 7. Alright. And... yeah. This one is going to back up a ways and is going to try to fire an arrow at Parahill. 11 hit, which misses. Illyria, it's your turn.
Let's go for that chickie there. Hit her with my longbow.
Alright. Not the one... You see, she looks perfectly healthy as the one next to her is riddled with wounds.
Oh, that one's already been hit, right?
Several times.
The green one. Yeah.
Just a friendly reminder, since you can't see her health bars.
Yeah. Okay, let's aim for the green.
Alright. With your advantageous position, you have advantage on this. That's a hit. Alright. And, describe.
Probably just arrow zooms past the first one, almost hitting her, I imagine, and right into the neck of her.
And slumps over, bleeding out. This bandit sees you pop out, levels his crossbow at you. Oh, an 11 to hit.
Misses?
Hum, it is your turn.
So Hum, using her position where she's at, she kind of sneaks down one.
Okay, roll a stealth check. You're high above. You're about 15 feet above the ground. Not really, more like 10 feet above the ground. Okay. They don't seem to notice though.
She is going to aim at the orange guy, the Tide King bear.
All right.
Their crossbow.
You have advantage on this attack, by the way, because you're hidden for now. All right. So roll damage.
And she's also going to use her psychic blades.
Okay. All right. So he sort of gnashes his teeth, looks up at you, grimaces. Tadias, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna kind of try to like work to the back of him.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I am going to equip my shield, and as my action, I want to like full Nelson him, setting up Zachariel is knockdown on the next turn. So I'm just gonna make one grapple check.
Got it.
My signature move. Full Nelson.
All right, you grapple him.
So I just grab his little hair and I pull him back. And all right, enough of this. And I'll do my turn.
All right. This one pulls out one of those strange-looking stones, and you watch as the blade is sort of surrounded in this sort of cushion of air. Like it looks like the air around it is denser than the air that's not immediately around it. And going to advance, sees this happening, runs over to Tadias and attempts to attack him. It's an 11.
That'll miss.
Alright. That one's dead. Zachariel.
Alright, seeing what he has done, I'm going to attempt to knock him to the ground.
Alright.
Wait, the blue one, isn't it?
What about the blue one?
This guy, right?
Yeah. That's who Tadias is grappling.
Well,
He just beats being knocked down as he sort of like wrestles with Tadias.
Alright, so I hit him with the shield, then I swing around with the shovel,
That's a hit.
and I'm gonna make it a trip attack.
All right. Strength save. All right.
Wait,
Huh?
Just-
It's 11 damage, and he is tripped. When in doubt, trip attack, I guess. All right.
Well, he's got 0 speed while he's on the ground, so that's fine.
All right.
That is it.
This one is going to attack Zachariel. Okay. $14 to hit and misses. Carhill.
Alrighty. I'm going to attack the blue one here.
That is a hit.
Alright. Awesome. That'll end my turn.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. 1 second. Whoa. Hello?
Hiya.
Alright, cool. 1 moment. Okay. Okay, so let me apply that damage to blue. 10. Nice damage. Bang. Alright.
Mhm.
This one is going to level his crossbow at... Try to fire again at Carhill. 13 to hit.
That misses.
As he nimbly dodge and he sort of shakingly tries to shoot. It's not working out well for him. The Dark Tide Knight is going to try to break the grapple. He breaks out of the grapple. He stands and, with a bonus action, he disengages to over here. Actually, wait. Yep, that's his speed. And that's all he can do. Illyria. He rolled a 24
Okay,
athletics, by the way.
Yeah, don't beat a 24.
He's getting away.
Sorry, I was just reading on my spells again. I can't remember what it was supposed to do.
What spell?
All right. The ensnaring strike.
Oh, good choice.
If I can, yeah, use that and aim at him.
All right. Roll your attack. And key the spell card too. Cool.
And then attack, right? Okay. Actually, you. Okay, I still have an inspiration.
Okay, you can use
Does
it.
that make? Does that mean I get advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Oh, the DM inspiration. I thought you were the Hamed one.
Nope.
Fancy.
The dragon inspiration, because it looks like a dragon.
That's right.
All right, you hit. Roll your damage. 10 piercing. As the vines start to wrap around his body, as you clip him right in the leg. Unfortunately, he does not get restrained. Your DC is 12, right? Pretty sure your DC is 12 because your wisdom is 14. So he rolled a 15, so he beats the DC. Meanwhile, this bandit is going to try to get the upper hand as you are firing at the Dark Tide Knight. 20 to hit on Illyria, 7 piercing.
It is.
Tadias, it's your turn.
Is this one's weapon still glowing?
It is actually.
I'm gonna like roll over to it and pick it up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna swing down on the blue one while I'm doing that.
Okay.
Is it just a longsword?
It is just a longsword.
Perfect.
Oh wow, I love this. Okay, roll your attack.
You like that?
Okay, you hit.
Nice. All right. So
So first, roll the damage. Okay, so now roll another D8 on top of that, because they're unarmored. Now roll a D4 as you swing with the cold weapon. Alright, so what is that? I mean, you kill him, but what is that all up together? That's 20 damage.
20.
so I grab it off of the
Go ahead and
swing
give
it
me
around
a...
and push it right through.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah, give me...
Yeah.
Go.
So I kind of roll over, do the little combat roll in the sand, grab it off the ground, and I kind of like stand it up next to them, and I grab their head and I just pull it down into it real fast, and I grab the
Jesus.
weapon with the other hand.
You just completely mutilate his face, and like you see bits, like you see the blood like starting to pour forth, but it freezes over a little bit, and just slumps to the ground.
Bonus action dash, and I am going to kind of by the bluffs a little bit. Oh, yeah, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
This thing is nasty.
All right. Hum. What is Hum doing?
Hum is going to aim at this one right here
Okay.
and take a shot.
There's a miss, unfortunately.
And miss horribly.
And the reason you missed, you look out. Actually, I'm gonna change the music for this shit.
It's no bueno.
This is malicious. So, Hum, you look out to the ocean, and sort of about. Actually, I'm gonna double check something. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know he had this. Okay. About 100 feet offshore, you see a silhouette of a person, and you realize that they are standing on the water, and they seem to be watching all the goings-ons. But they don't do anything yet. That one's dead. Zachariel, what are you doing?
This red one's still alive, yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Her to the ground. Or him. I'd assume it.
What? Oh, you're...
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're... Okay. Athletics. They resist.
Alright. Double to the face. My god.
And they seem to be... they seem to block your advance, and then as you roll in with the spade, they sort of just knock it aside with their crab shell shield. And they're going to respond in kind. With a 7 to hit.
And I'm gonna respond in kind with that.
Alright.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
a hell of a response.
So... That could double too?
It does. As you just wham right across the head, they look dazed. and they're starting
Oh
to
no,
move.
that was a kill shot. Like if I
Oh
was
no,
going
but
to kill, I wouldn't.
you didn't though, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
But they look very like they're about to fall flat. Carrie, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I am going to take a shot at this one. He's still on shore, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. From right where I am, shot.
That's a miss, unfortunately, as it lands into the sand.
Alright. How much movement would it take for me to...
40 feet.
Okay. Nah, I'll do that next turn.
Okay. The bandit that I have in red is going to take a shot at Carahel, loading his crossbow. 14 to hit.
And that misses.
These guys are weak. All right. Seemingly abandoned, he sort of gets his footing, and you hear the sound of him into the sea as he gets to here, and then you watch him dive into the water. And then a second later, you see him, and they're not actually this close, but wait a minute. You see him riding a giant shark off into the darkness.
Oh, shit.
I'd call him a coward, but that's really dope.
Illyria.
I'm gonna go after the guy up there.
Okay.
Actually, if I actually get Valora to move straight over, like, to that spot,
You wanted to pounce?
can she use her pounce?
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. So Valora, like, sort of parkours across the vertical face of the bluff and jumps down and claws. Give me that claw. Claws! Alright, that hits. And he is prone. But roll damage. Alright. And give me that advantage bite attack as Valora pounces him down and goes for the neck. Roll again, see if it's great. Just for fun.
Roll bite again.
Yep, because you have advantage because he's prone.
You might crit.
It did
like
crit.
that. See?
Didn't really
That's
need
why
the
we roll advantage.
Didn't really need the crit, but we just wanted to see. So Valora just tears his throat out, and just just bites so hard you hear spine shatter, and so the bandit sees that and sort of looks around, doesn't really know what to do, and in just instinct tries to shoot at Illyria. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Tadias, what are you doing?
I'm going to kind of like parkour, run off the wall, and then jump behind this one and try to bring my serrated sword just right down on the noggin.
All right,
Let's do it.
that's a hit. All right, you don't need to roll everything else described.
I'm just going to like grab just a chunk of the shoulder. I'm going to just like stop at the collarbone. I'm just going to pull, hearing all the teeth kind of break off in him.
Oh, certainly does. Certainly does.
All right, and let's see, what else can I do? I think that's about all I can do. I will bonus action and kind of just like whip behind this guy.
All right, give me a second. Alt. Shift. Shift.
I'm kind of holding the bloody serrated sword up at his face, kind of saying, "Nuh-uh, you're not going nowhere."
All right. Momentito. Okay. this guy. You sort of look out again, and when you look out, and the figure you see, it looks like their left arm is somehow massive, and at the end of it, it looks like there's a pincer. And you watch them sort of raise their hand, and this big gulf of water just erupts from the shore and just sort of travels down toward Zachriel and Tadias in that AoE right there. And
Is that kills boy too?
I need a dexterity save from Zachriel and Tadias.
Okay. Is
What?
it all in the same term when I repost it?
Sure. It's in the same round, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fortunately, you boys just make it. And let me say for the bandit. That's a low DC. Is that really his DC? It can't be his DC. Only 7 here. No, that's not. Why is it displaying that? Okay. So 2 below his DC. You both fail. So let me say for the bandit, he's probably not going to save. No, he doesn't save. Okay. You all take 20 bludgeoning and you're prone.
I'm unconscious.
I'm on death. 7 HP.
All right.
Is our friend good?
Oh,
Or is he
the
still
bandit
alive?
is just out, just dead. I mean, bludgeoned to shit. He's like water's like coming out of his mouth. He's clearly like ruptured inside, and outside. So yeah, he is toast. It's Hum's turn.
Okay, so if Hum jumps down, is she going to be in trouble?
No, this AoE's gone. It was a big wave of water that came over and crashed down. So it is
Okay.
no longer there.
She runs over to Zachariel and she touches him again with Cure Wounds.
Did anyone get the number of that cart?
Hum, as you heal, Zachariel, you look up and you see Tadias isn't moving. Zachariel, you're awake. It's your turn.
Guys, no. Like nothing for you.
What?
I will stand up.
Okay.
Have my movement. Get anywhere.
I mean... Oh, okay.
Oh, what do you mean?
Sorry, I didn't know why you were confused.
Yeah, I was half moving.
Got it.
I'll just throw a javelin at the shark. Always
Oh,
good.
they're not actually there. They're not actually there. And at this
He wanted to
point,
show off his token.
I just wanted to show off the token. They're long gone by now.
All right. Well, I would have used my action to dash.
Oh,
That'd be it.
God damn it! I'm sorry. He's dead.
Oh my. All right. I use my action to get over here, and then that'll be it.
Okay. Carahel.
Alrighty.
So it seems like, to describe the situation, you see, you look around, you don't see any source for that big wave, but then you look out into the ocean where it came from, sort of, and you see what Hum saw, this dark silhouette against the very darkening night sky. And in fact, at this point, you see a star sort of blink into existence.
Alright. Can I tell how far away that
He's about 120. He's about 100 feet away from the shore.
Alrighty. 1 second. I gotta check something.
Okay.
Alright. I am going to jump down then.
Okay. You land in the soft sand and you don't take any damage.
I'm going to use my movement to get up here to the shore. And I will attack with my short bow with disadvantage.
Okay.
Try and shoot it from all the way over here.
Got it.
Awesome.
All right. You actually hit. It goes into the darkness, and it kind of, and you can't hear any scream of pain, but you have a good idea that you hit. He's dead. He's gone. Illyria, what are you doing?
So basically everyone's dead here, and I can't see.
You can see
The guy that took off?
The guy that took off. You is sort of off this way, kind of, and they're traveling away really fast. At this point, they're about 150 feet offshore. Are you gonna try to take a pot shot?
Yeah, let's go to the shore and then
All right.
try and aim.
That is a hit. All right. 9 piercing. He's dead. Tadias.
I'm looking for my death saving throw button. Where's that?
Right ahead dice. Just click
To the
it
right hit dice? Ah, I see it. Boom.
One save. All right. Time to figure out an AoE. I don't need the bandit anymore. I don't need the crushing lever anymore. All right.
Oh, you might want to move back. It's probably that guy's turn. Because he downed me before you healed Zach.
Yeah, it is. Hold on. Oh yeah, it is definitely Hum's turn. So Hum moves back. Okay. And
Hum's moving back, and she is touching Tadias with Cure Wounds.
all right,
Oh, so it is her turn. Okay, I thought I was getting another spell.
it is her turn. But I am trying to be preemptive. Nice healing healing rolls. Those are good.
I'm doing good tonight with the healing.
You are.
Not so much
Nice
with
negative damage.
Nice negative damage. All right.
Are you okay, Tadias?
Oh, good. More fish.
We got to get the fish that's attacking us.
There it is. You know, what'd be nice is if they had spell AoEs available, but you know, it's whatevs. Where's Hum now?
She's right behind Illyria.
Can you move her token? Oh, did she not clear away? Is it
No, she only had enough movement to get to Tadias.
okay?
It's gonna suck.
All right. Oh, good. Oh, goody. I'm so happy. I need all y'all to make me a dex save.
If I don't make this save, I'm going to be very upset.
DC 16.
God damn it.
Valora does not need to make a save.
Oh,
Valora's
no,
not
that
in
was
the
mine.
AoE.
Sorry, I
Oh, I see. I see what
didn't
you're doing.
switch my name at the bottom.
So everyone except for Illyria saves, or everyone except for Illyria does not save, and you take 8 bludgeoning and 11 cold as this whirlwind of icy crystals coalesce around you and batter you.
Back to 0.
and Illyria, you take half of that. And as it clears, it sort of is an instantaneous effect, and as it clears,
Wait, how much cold?
11 cold.
I'm gonna use my reaction to absorb elements.
Hey,
So I will stay up with 4 hit points.
nice. Did Zachariel just go
Zach's
down?
No, I have 1 hit point.
Oh man. And as the iciness clears and you look out into the ocean, you can just see the head of this stranger sink into the drink. And we're out of initiative.
Tias, Zachariel, are you guys okay?
I
I
think that's enough adventuring today.
drag the bodies away from the water. I just grab like 2 bodies and I start dragging them over the bluffs and I get away from the shoreline.
Okay.
I use my last 2 spell slots to touch both Zachariel and Tadias.
Nice.
Yay, not death.
I had fun. That was a fun encounter. So you guys are dragging the bodies to the bluffs. Tadias is just all kinds of fucked up.
You know,
Tadias picks up 9 healing,
9.
and Zachariel picked up 12.
I mean, to be fair, I like pretty much started the entire battle with. So that lasted as long as I could. I dragged these people over, and once I start checking them for stuff, see if there's anything of value.
All right. So you do find things of value. You find 23 silver pieces among everyone here. And you also find a strange... among the person in this pouch, there's a bag of 5 sort of strange-looking multicolored rocks. They appear to glow slightly, and they sort of resemble elemental rosin, except these seem to have a rainbow coloration to them.
All right. Well, I don't think we're gonna fight again. Well, I don't think we're gonna fight again, so I'm using my last spell to identify.
Excellent. So,
Because if we fight again, I might just die. Oh,
stable
I like
elemental
that
rosin.
one.
The strange multicolored rock appears to glow slightly, and its color shifts slightly every day. As a bonus action, you can use a whetstone to empower a mundane weapon for 1 minute. The weapon becomes magical and has a +1 bonus to attack rolls. Additionally, it gains a random property. Once the whetstone... Oh, that's from a different game. Whoops. Once the rosin is used, it crumbles to dust.
I see.
You roll a d12. On a 1, the stone explodes and deals 1d4 force damage to you. For the initial effect,
But you're still magic and +1.
stone doesn't confer more than its initial property, and then a bunch of different damage types.
Neat. So did I notice how like the shark bone, shark teeth, like weapon was more efficient against those unarmored individuals?
It's been like that for, yes, you did notice that, definitely.
So I've actually never seen someone get hit with it that wasn't wearing.
Oh yeah, I guess you never saw Carahill get hit with it,
No.
because she got kind of screwed by that a couple times.
Yeah, I was in the farmhouse when she was getting boiled by those.
Right.
So I kind of like look at my little glowing cold sword and I say,
Oh, and after it dissipates.
yeah,
It has dissipated by now. Yeah.
I think there's going to be some justice dealt by this thing to them. And I kind of put it on my little loop. I hand over the 23 silver to Hum. We have drinks tonight, and I suggest turning in.
We should let Normals know what we saw too.
Understandable.
And go
Would you
to
like to
Dante.
divide these Little rainbow stones.
We could just throw them in our party fund for right now.
Well, unlike the other ones, they're a little bit random, so there's no reason not to have at least one on you.
True enough.
So I pocket one and I hand off the rest of them to her.
And I give them out to everybody else. I need to take a break.
All right, Sec 5.
Roleplay.
Oh, I was best at doing that.
Good God. Okay. So, what do you guys do? You guys do anything with the bodies? Are you taking them with you? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. And I'm going to. We're back.
Zachariel should just get the shovel and bury him.
He doesn't even need to lift the shovel, he can just lift the earth.
You can.
Why are we hiding the bodies?
Why are we burying
We're in a
cultists?
town.
I mean,
Yeah, we are pretty close to the town. We don't want people to come up onto the shore and freak out.
Why don't we just throw them in the water? Bring them
I think
back
they'd
to the
like
crushing wave.
much.
They did
But
say
it's
something
make them
about
happy.
bleeding out their water.
Which means that burying them would be...
That would be a slight.
It would. And so we should bury them.
I see.
Remember what our
I'm all
friend is.
for it.
Oh, alright, then go ahead.
However, I'm extremely tired.
I know your feeling, friend.
I mean, you have mold earth, remember?
Yeah, but I don't know if the shovel wants me to give these people funeral rites.
Well, all that
Smart.
talk. Oh yeah, concordance. All that
I
talk.
already did it.
Okay, all that talk about slighting them, and you get the feeling from the spade sense of approval.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and slight them. It's funny.
Right? Shovel is chaotic evil. I begin molding earth around the cultist.
Shovel's not chaotic evil. Schultist.
Uh-huh.
Shovel just hates cultists.
Lawful evil.
Well, we'll see. So yeah, it's easy enough for you to mold earth and excavate a little pit in the sand and bury their bodies.
Yeah, it's a mass grave too. I'm not giving it.
One big sand pit, and then a pile of bodies. All right. What do you do? The night starts to get dark.
We should go back to and report to Norval what we got here.
Did any of them have like a leather boot on? Any of these bodies?
Leather boot? What?
Did any of them wear like leather boots?
No, actually, they were. Well, one of them.
Oh, I think the archer ones maybe.
The bandits wore like leather boots. Why?
Alright, I'm grab a pair of leather boots.
Okay. You have a pair of leather boots.
Excellent.
Are you gonna use that? Are you gonna? Wait a minute. I know what you're doing.
Let's go.
All right. I won't spoil the joke. But I approve. All right. So you guys hop back on off of the bluff and back into town, and you start to pass by the warehouse where you left Dante and Lenad.
Is it? Do we think Squirt is still here?
Oh yeah, Squirt's still there, huh?
Let's go pick up Squirt and then go to Lanad's building.
So
I'll carry him.
as you enter, you see Lanad and two other halflings, and at this point, you see a big sack, like a big sack that you can only imagine that it contains the remains, and you see a halfling on his hands and knees scrubbing a floor. They look up and they sort of like take in your appearances, and he smiles and he says, "Hey, Lanad, they're here." And Lanad comes out of that back room and he smiles and waves and he says, "Welcome back. Did you take him down?"
Most.
One of them escaped
Oh.
on a shark.
Oh. Well, they are pretty nefarious out in the bay, from what I hear.
We
No.
buried the bodies, so this should be good.
Well, now, how committed are you to routing this evil out of Rowood?
As long as they don't mess with the fishermen or the traders.
But if I could tell you that I'm quite certain they will, quite shortly.
Well, we're quite aware of that. How do you mean? You sound like you have something to say.
Have you heard of an island in the bay?
Right.
One just a little bit east. There is a keep among it. We believe this group is planning their attack from there. And they mean to destroy the entire town of Rowood.
Offline. How did you come up with that? I'm just curious.
He's been putting together some of the things, some of the evidence from the other places, the discussions of crushing the entire town from some. And then we had a keep, and then we have like buildings and like, you know, objects like the elementals bringing back. We talked to our squishy boy, and he was saying that they were going to be used to crush, so it seemed like that was the plan.
Got it. Okay. He, his eyes widen, and he asks, you mean you think that they'll just tear down buildings and the like?
I believe that the elementals they will bring will do it for them. I know that when we had the hostage recently, they said Forest Ride would be completely crushed, but I have a feeling based on proximity that Rowood will be their first target.
This is...
You are a shipbuilder. You are committed to this town and its well-being.
I can get you a ship, but from what I've heard, well, actually no, he doesn't say that. He says, I can get you a ship. That's no problem. I have several. And then
I kind of look over the team and say, "Is this what we want?"
And then Zachariel, you remember what now Brenlin warned you about. Does Justin remember what Brenlin warned Zachariel about?
I don't think. Let me see.
No.
No, I don't.
He mentioned to you that if you were to go out there with, like, if you were to try to attack with, like, a mundane boat, it would be torn to shreds.
Do you have anything less wood and wind, more elemental?
Well, I don't have any elemental engines, if that's what you're thinking. I can armor the boat a little bit, but it will only go so fast.
I was told by a young man who's no longer here that a mundane ship will not make it. Be torn apart.
You need something faster than a sailboat, my friend.
I'd look over at my companion and say, "Sounds like we need to talk to my uncle."
Just gonna say, what about that flying machine? I hate to say it, but you might need it.
And if
we have individuals who like giant birds. I don't know if they'd be interested.
and if you want, I also have. I don't get to travel often. I'm busy here, as you can imagine. But
Yes, of
I
course.
do have a referral with a bit of an offer from Clear Currents.
We're listening. Just
It's just a little voucher that, if I remember correctly, it's in my desk in my building. It's something around the lines of a discount off of one of their newer ships. Not ships. One of their newer propulsion devices.
basically
Not the one that was stolen, was it?
Well, they make more than one.
No.
So I offer that to you. And
we will humbly accept this. Just know that while we are procuring our equipment for the coming battle,
we'll keep our eyes open, and we'll if you won't, we'll inform the militia.
Please do. Be discreet about what this cult is doing. We don't want to incite panic, but
He gives you a nod.
you and your men have proven that you want what.
Always have. And he, as he says that, the halfling that was cleaning gets up and says, "All done, boss." And kind of like this wet towel that's kind of covered in sort of diluted blood. He just kind of like sops it, puts it in a bucket, and he says, "It's late. Can I go home?" And Lana kind of gives him this look, looks around. "Yeah, all right, go home. I'll call you if I need you." And he starts heading out. And then
can I make a quick insight check on the dude that's walking away?
You can.
See if he seems to be sketchy at all.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Seems like a good dude.
He seems like he wants to go home.
I like
You
the color of that
do not
man's
detect
chin.
any sketchiness.
I like that one. I think I need to go home. Is everyone ready to go back to the bar?
Yes.
It's been a rough day.
And we star swipe
Yay, star swipes.
to if there's nothing else, if nobody else wants us to do anything to the scene, add anything to the scene. No? Okay. We star swipe, and the party is walking into the Blustery Brew, and the place is, as usual, hopping nicely with a little bit of music, not as good as Hums, playing, and
Well, of course, yeah.
and people drinking and eating and generally having a good time.
This table work?
Anyone say anything about us carrying a barrel inside?
Yeah, you guys enter, and the bartender sort of peers over the bar and says, "What's with the barrel?"
What is the largest bottle of alcohol?
I
I need like a gallon-sized bottle. Maybe 2 gallon-sized bottle.
And she just kind of like blinks. We have a jug for cooking wine. Let me see if that works. And she goes into the back, and all right, who wants to roll a D100?
You want to do it, Zach? It's your new water bird.
All right, higher or lower? Or pick
always
higher
higher.
or lower, huh?
Always higher.
All right. She comes out with this massive bottle, and she has one of her coworkers helping her, and it's like it looks like a 2.5 gallon bottle, and the whole bar just kind of looks, and you see like there's a little bit of wine at the bottom, kind of swirling around and right on the bar top, and she says, "Well, this is the biggest we have. I can transfer what's in here into another bottle.
I can use what's at the bottom of that. How about you?
Okay. And then she thinks for a moment. 2 silver, please."
Done. I had her 2 silver.
And then she says, "Do you want a glass?" It's
I'm
quite
good.
big.
And with my stupid strength, I grab it and flip it upside down. The rest of it in front of her and put it right down in front of Zach.
Did Nick say something? Anyway.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, it doesn't matter anymore."
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry.
So, she says, the bottle, well, it was gonna be trash, so go ahead and take the bottle."
It's perfect. Thank you.
I'm gonna lean over to Dice and be like, strange question.
Yes.
Do elementals eat?
With my 20, do I know if they eat?
You know that they do not need to eat. And they don't need to sleep either.
I think we're good.
All right. Don't know much about my own heritage, but sure.
Anyway, why don't we carry these up in cage containers? You all want to grab a table? We'll go back down.
Sure. I asked, seeing that we don't have our rooms anymore, I say, can we get a couple rooms?
Sure thing. How many?
How many do we need, guys?
I thought they only had 2.
Well, that was yesterday.
Well, there's 3 open now.
I think we'll do well with 2.
Okay. 10 silver, please.
Oh,
No problem. I hand it over.
It's the same lady from last
house
time.
joint.
Yeah, it's the same lady from last time that tried to grift me.
I mean, they're nice rooms.
Yeah, they're nice.
So, pay her, and she hands over a couple keys to Hum. These are right next to each other, so it seems you're all together.
Yeah, we are.
And she says, "Oh, do you need anything to drink? Eat?"
I think food and drink would be wonderful.
Food, yeah. What kind of food you have?
And she she says, "Oh well, we got a good catch in today. We have brined lobster with black beans and carrots."
Perfect.
And she says, "All right, well, for 5,
Yes,
Make
ma'am.
mine extra spicy.
extra spicy. For 5,
Do you,
for
do
5."
you have anything other than fish or from the sea?
Oh, of course. We have some pheasant, not pheasant. We have some chicken.
Ooh, I'll take that.
All right, I'll have that prepared for you. For the meal, it'll be 9 silver for the lot, and then if you want a pitcher.
You better give us 2.
All right,
Perhaps better to run a tab on the drink
and she nods.
if you do that.
She nods, and then she shouts the order in the back. So you, Zachariel and Tadias go up the stairs, transfer the water elemental to the big jug, and it's hard to explain how you can tell, but with your sort of elemental heritage, Zachariel, you can sort of sense that Squirt is very comfortable inside this bottle. And you hear the splish splashy primordial as you say, "It's more roomy than the other one I was in."
Well, it was his idea, and I point to Dias.
And he looks at
What are you saying?
Tadias. He looks at Tadias, and Tadias, you hear splash, 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 splash. But
What did you say
Zachariel,
about my mother?
Zachariel,
About my mother.
Zachariel, you hear thank you and yeah, like he just kind of like a kid. He just kind of ends off with yeah.
He
And then-
says, "Thank you." Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
I said it back to the elemental.
and you hear like not a primordial word, but you hear a sploosh inside of the jug.
I never had a conversation with the bottle.
Yeah, you should learn primordial. It could be quite useful. And
You
help.
can teach me. We walk a lot.
I can.
But yes, hopefully Tyke doesn't get too drunk. I tried to drink most of it, but there might be some in there.
You
Oh, I cleaned it up. So.
It's like a jug. I don't know how we could clean it out.
So you guys, when you guys get back down the stairs, do you leave the jug in your room?
Well, I'm gonna ask him if he wants to stay up here or if he wants to come with us.
He kind of contently splooshes around and says, I don't mind.
Perhaps bringing him with will make him less scared of us, seeing that we're normal individuals. Put them on the table, you know.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Just make sure,
Make sure no one
waiters. Yeah, and no waitresses walk by and take him.
Well, he might be quite heavy now.
Alright, I lift up the jug. How heavy is he?
Just about as heavy as the barrel.
Alright, then I start walking downstairs with our new jug friend.
And some people kind of give you strange looks, but go back to drinking and eating as you bring this thing down. Are you doing anything, Hum?
Hum is going to tinker at the table.
Okay.
Ooh, neat.
I'll assume you bought things to tinker with during the day, because it's not
Yes.
really that much of a far
Yep.
cry. So you come down and you see Hum next to her plate. She's tinkering with something.
I kind of put the jug at the center of the table. Friend is all set. And what are you doing here?
Well, I figure since we've been messing around with things, we should maybe create a distraction device.
Not bad idea.
And you brought this up now. We could have used this, like, on the beach.
I know, that's what's making me think I should do it now.
I'm a bit worried right now. I am the distraction device. I don't want to be replaced immediately.
Well, this one only lasts 24 hours, so...
I've seen things like this in my travels.
Really?
Yes, you have these small little, like these monkeys with cymbals. They clang.
Is this entertaining for them?
For children, yeah.
Well, sounds like a distraction.
Did you fall for it?
Yes.
Ooh, then what happened?
I gave it to my daughter.
Anyway, Briggs, yes, Sacrio.
Damn, the mood just.
Yes.
There's a pitcher. There's a pitcher and 5 glasses on the table.
Oh, I immediately start pouring out a drink and start sipping it. So, do you think I'm right? Do you think Roland is at risk from these people?
I'm sure many places are at risk.
I would say every place is at risk.
But considering how close Rolet is to this keep, would assume they are in the most danger.
I'm not sure what kind of funds we have to acquire this boat that we need. Or whether or not we are enough to handle this keep by ourselves.
Maybe he needs a job done in exchange for that.
There is one other option, albeit foolish.
Well, I'm all ears for foolish ideas.
Well, they want us. Why don't we give ourselves to them?
That sounds suicidal.
I'm gonna take away your alcohol.
So at this point, how much do you guys think you finished your dinner, your meals?
I'm kind of skipping the food today. I think I'm going to feel it.
All right.
How spicy was it?
Out of 10, it didn't satisfy your spicy crave.
Oh.
Kara has tried to eat, but she's falling asleep for the most part.
Carrie Hill's
Fair.
super sleepy.
Carol, you alright? I kind of like tap her on the shoulder.
And I just and wince in pain because you hit a spot that got damaged earlier on the battlefield.
No, I'm sorry. And I do a healing hands on her. Take you forward.
I'm gonna call out for the barkeep to come over.
And she does. Yes, what can I get for you?
This music. Can anybody play music in here?
I'll get him.
There's somebody sort of strumming. There's somebody sort of strumming. Like there is a little bit of background music.
I mean, they're okay. We happen to know a better player if she's up for the mood. If she's playing with her, is it a pheasant? What is it?
It's a dragon.
Oh, I see the scales. That's cleverer. I like it.
It shoots a little fire sparks when it walks. And I show him how it works.
And it walks across the table, and little sparks. And then as it shoots the sparks, Zachariel, you see the big jug with Squirt kind of rock for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm fine, said the waitress.
Yes, thank you. I think we're all separated.
Ilaria, would you like me to play a tune?
Yes. Please do so.
Waitress, can you clear with Norval that it's okay that I play for a little while?
Did you say Hum is gracing his establishment with a song?
Oh, sure. You're Hum. I didn't realize.
I am.
Okay, I'll tell him right now. And she goes off the side of the bar to the door that leads into Norval's back room, and she knocks and cracks open, and then she says something in there, and she backs off, and then Norval bursts the door open, and he just kind of waves at Hum with both hands and kind of gestures to the stage. And then you see him sort of point to it, asking the waitress a question or not asking her, but telling her to do something. She walks over to the stage, and she sort of taps the shoulder of the instrument up there, and the musician up there stops playing, sits down, starts to take 5, it seems, and then you see Norval gesture to the stage, looking at Hum.
I hope that I play well tonight.
Hum.
Okay, I'm going.
Roll
I take
performance.
my bet.
Oh god, it's beautiful.
There you
And
go.
I mean, people seem to be buying more. And do you put out a thing for tips?
Absolutely.
All right.
Mike, you're gonna have to get some hum music.
What is Hum music?
Hum music is a little punky.
A little punky.
Yep.
Man, you should find a good song for Hum and send it to me so I can do this next time you play in
I
bar.
will.
But
I will.
It definitely sounds punky, and everyone is into it. And you get in total 27 gold
Yow.
from different cottages,
Damn.
silvers, coppers.
While she's doing that, I'm going to kind of try to take out one of my little tools and make a little mark on her dragon.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm going to mark in Draconic the Maestra's beast.
All right. Roll something.
Something?
This is, you know what? This is definitely dexterity
Okay.
plus your proficiency. So good luck.
9 plus 2. So I got a 6.
Yeah. So it kind of muddles it a little bit.
He's so small.
He is very small. Do you have Tinker's Tools as a proficiency, or?
I can have anything as a proficiency. I don't have it right now.
Got it. Okay. Then you rolled a 4, and it doesn't really look good. And
Kind of just.
you kind of
Dias, what were you doing?
you bend a little bit of
I
it.
was trying to make a little note for her.
Oh, tell me, maybe I can try putting it on there.
Do you know Draconic?
I was really expecting Hum's music to be humming.
Do you think she kept the loot around for no reason?
Like the intro to Misty Mountains.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking.
no. Alright. I can show you the markings. He's pretty much saying this creature hums, beast or creation, and I was calling her the maestro in Draconic. Just a little. I find the writings of it to be very beautiful. I just have very clumsy hands, I suppose. But I pull out my
That's what hum sounds like, guys.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, you got it. Can you send me? Where is it?
I put a link in the Discord.
Oh, fun.
It's YouTube. Oh crap. Okay, let me find it. See if I can't find this on Fanburst.
While you're doing that, I just kind of lift out my journal and I mark exactly what I was trying to write for later, and I'm gonna push it over. You can see what I was going for. It's just very small.
Okay. I could give it a try.
If you'd like.
Is the first the name of the song, or is that the band?
Cigarettes After Sex.
Oh, cool! I got it. I found it. All right. So let me pause that.
Mike, I'm going to attempt to draw. Do I just do my dexterity?
If you're, because it doesn't say that you're skilled in artist tools, so go ahead and roll dexterity.
Oh, if I was artist, I might have been able to use my cartography things. Hiya.
Damn.
Do you not know them?
Nope. Does this have lyrics?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Some fat bass.
Go ahead and roll your thing, Lyria. You
How does that
managed to. I have to turn this down because the lyrics are going to distract me. Just so I can hear it. That'll do. All right. You managed to correct Tadias' error and put the runes on expertly.
That looks wonderful. Thank you, Elliot.
You're welcome. Alright, and we just set the toy back down on the table.
So as you do that, Norval kind of comes up and puts his hand on Tadias' shoulder and Illyria's shoulder since they're sitting next to each other. And he leans down, or actually he leans up because he's a halfling. And he says, actually he doesn't have to lean at all. He just says, I'd like you guys to come into my office after her set, if you don't mind.
Oh no, sounds good.
Can do.
And he pats your shoulders and he heads off. And this is a slow dance song. In the sort of small clearing between the stage and the seats, there a couple of people have actually gotten up and started dancing.
Zachariel, you want to dance?
Maybe another night.
Valeria?
Sure.
Stand up and put my hand up. No, I'm very used to more full things.
What about little Squirt? Is he trying to dance to the music?
You actually, I was gonna say, you see like the water that makes up his form in the jug kind of sway back and forth to the beat.
He's got the moves. This one.
Go ahead and roll me performance checks, Illyria and Dias. Yeah.
Jesus. Watch all my left feet.
Toes.
Both of us on both toes. Let's do it. All right.
That was
Performance. -1. Perfect. Yeah, I rolled all right. Jesus.
I guess
Alright.
I'm leading.
I guess so.
She's leading and not too bad. Definitely hyping the mood a little bit.
I think you've done this before.
Ready to be dipped?
If you can hold me. Very charmed.
Giggles a little in her set.
So if I want to dip,
I mean,
is it strength?
sure, roll
Can
strength.
I-
Sure, roll
can
strength
I-
check. I'm curious.
Can I do that without like leg lean? Or help her as much as possible?
Yes, roll a strength check with advantage, Illyria.
You're gonna need it with your -1 strength.
And I'm heavy.
You almost lose hold, but you
Oh,
realize
my back!
you.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, sure. You tweak your back just a bit.
Perhaps
Maybe you should lead.
I try to like do a little spin, do the handover, and then I try. Do I do strength as well? Oh, I do like a little twirl around. Let's see how well.
No, you're cutting out.
Put microphone in your face. Hear me now?
Yeah. I don't think
Hi,
it's
so-
the microphone. I think it's just like your connection's cutting you out.
Oh, I got all my bars. Interesting.
Try again.
All right. Anyway, I do the little handover, the spin going, and then I try to do a dip on my side, see if I can get it better.
Okay. You don't even need to roll strength because you are quite strong. But I need you to roll a performance.
Oh. I would have
But,
the strength.
Go ahead and. I was gonna say, go ahead and apply your strength to that performance. So just be a strength
Oh.
check.
Okay, that's a
I
19
just kind
then.
of yeah. All right. So I mean, it's nice. It looks okay. You guys aren't professional dancers or anything, but you're not dropping.
Oh,
it.
no. I was
awkward.
going to, back up and then go running, Like,
While we're doing the dirty dancing.
God. You guys are having too much fun with this. No, it's cool. It's cool.
I do my best to follow
cool.
whatever
It's cool.
graceful then.
It's cool. So you guys are dancing. Back at the table. Zachariel or Carahel doing anything?
Carahill's passed out.
Carahel's asleep on her chair.
When Illyria got up to go dance, Zachary quickly grabbed another drink.
All right.
I'm going to go to Zachariel. I'm going to grab his hand and try to bring him on the dance floor.
Good luck.
I mean, I guess she's there and she's gonna try to grab you. So, are we?
Is it
I'm resisting.
persuasion or strength?
Come on, it'll be fun.
Trust me, she needs an actual dance partner that can keep up with. Perhaps you should. I can watch you a little squishy. Don't
Oh
worry.
god, it's loud. Sorry. All right, go on.
It's not my kind of music.
Well, I'm sure Hum takes requests.
Absolutely.
I'm a little nervous about playing this copyrighted music, but we'll see how it goes.
Zachariel, is this too much for you right now?
No, I'm just tired. Been a busy day.
Well, Illyria, I have one more dance and
All right, let's go.
Okay.
to get her away.
Two more performance. One more performance check from both of you, and then after that, her set will end. Hum set.
All right.
You want another performance check?
Damn, I'm rolling already on though.
Nah, you pretty much
Ugh.
rolled the entire night with that 25. So, and you finish out the set with this. I don't know. It just
That last song.
a lot of people get up and dance with you, and it's kind of nice. And Hum naturally peters out, and the set sort of ends, and people clap, and then you see. I'm gonna bring back that ambience. The music's there, but it's also like the sound of people too. You see at the end of the room Norval looking at you, Hum, giving you a very approving smile, but also sort of an expectant look.
Hey, come.
Normal guy. He's looking
Yes.
anxious.
Thank you very much for the dance, Illyria.
Oh no, thank you. I haven't danced in so long.
I haven't danced in so long and not stepped. It's a success for both of us. I give her a smile.
My dragon! Oh, it's so beautiful. Who did this?
Illyria, she has quite the proficiency for tiny inscriptions, it looks like. I helped her and I kind of show her off the rune.
Oh, yeah, it was Tadius's idea, so it was mostly him.
I thought there would be a nice little moniker for you, and I kind of show her off. So, as our bard and as the individual I know best, I wanted everyone to know that this dragon belonged to the maestro.
Thank you.
So, let's go talk to our friend. Geril, I kind of shake her a little bit.
Oh, yeah, what's his name wants to see us?
You right?
Oh, okay. And I groggily get up.
Do you want the piggyback?
No, thank you.
Alright.
I'll take one.
I grab Hum and I just kind of my shoulder.
So he sort of ushers you into his office, and we'll do this one. I like this one. So he gestures to seats, asking guys to sit down, and he closes the door, clicks, and he says, I heard from Lanid. He sent
We
one.
had a rough day.
That's what I heard. You're quite the dissenters, aren't you?
We have the jug with us, right?
You have if Zachariel took it.
Yep, I took it.
Yes, we do, and I kind of like palm like the side of the jug just a little.
And he what's the water?
We'll explain that as we explain what happened today.
Yes. What did you find? What did you find in Shalar's house?
We found some fake deeds.
And when you say that, his
and-
eyes narrow, and he doesn't say anything, but his eyes narrow as you continue.
And not a whole lot more. But when we went to the warehouse, we ran into some cultists who had a water elemental captured. And they attacked us, so we killed them, which I'm sure Lynette told you.
They captured an elemental.
Can you introduce him to Squirt, Zachariel?
Point of order. When Zachariel and Tadius entered the warehouse, they saw that they had an apparatus that looked like it was made by one of the elemental industrialist companies in Forstride. So I'm just saying that they didn't capture it.
Yeah. They might have stolen it and just busted it out.
But yeah, he gestures to the bottle.
We're turning the story so it sounds better for us.
Sounds good.
I just kind of open the top of the bottle a little bit and let him flow out.
He sort of
Not
flows
all
out
of
and
it.
floats and makes the primordial watery slush sounds and says, "Is he okay?"
Yes, he is fine.
And then he sort of waves to him. And Norval gets a grin on his face and says, "Oh, wow, an elemental that actually seems to have personality." He waves back.
Well, this elemental told us that they're planning on using elementals to attack people. And then somebody came upon us as we were just finished battling, and we found a few guys on the beach. We found 2 bandits, 3 reavers, and a tide knight. Unfortunately, the tide knight got away on a shark.
In fiction, are you just describing their appearance? Because those names don't mean anything to them. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Are you saying all this while on top of my shoulder? standing on the ground. All right, just thought so.
What'd you say?
She's still sitting on my shoulder while all this is happening.
Perfect. Oh, you
So
don't
I'm
mind? You have
like
20 strength.
8 feet tall. Yeah, and I weigh 30 pounds. So
And
I
he,
kind of
kinda-
like do tippy toes. I'm still shorter than
he looks up. He's looking at home like it's nothing, and he's just like nodding, and he says, "Can I see those deeds?"
Perhaps. I start opening up my pack a little bit. Where do you think they would be? What properties are you suspecting?
He kind of rubs the back of his head. Well, I have a cousin that was swindled out of a farmstead south along the river road.
About that time, I kind of chuck the deed on there. Well, your suspicions may be laid to rest.
He starts leafing through it and he says, "That rat bastard."
Mhm.
That's one of the reasons that I was so keen on having somebody investigate that house, because he's been smart to avoid me. I think he knows me. Shalar.
Well, Shalor will know that someone has been rifling through his things. He may retaliate. Be careful about that.
I'm not worried.
But my friend Tadias here has come to the conclusion, and we agree, that Roland's in danger.
He's just sort of, his eyes are just narrowed as he listens to you. He nods his head, and they're using elementals. Seems like the best place for them to steal elementals would be from Force Stride.
Well, we know
Individual.
that Fourth Stride is in danger. We've heard that. But we worry about Roland too.
Let the gentle Esker take care of Roland. Well, help us, but don't worry too much. We can handle ourselves for the most part.
Well, fortunately for you, there's a man I wish to see on that island.
He cocks his head. Oh?
Yes, I wish to question him thoroughly. It's something I should have done long ago.
He
And
nods.
Hum kind of blurts out, "We think he has his family."
His eyes kind of widen a bit, and oh, my goodness, I'm sorry.
Yes, going to kill your parents, not going to be pretty.
And he grins. He says, "That's a man that cares about his family." Well, you know what? Why don't you... How many rooms did you get?
Two.
Why don't you, he rifles through his, he pulls out, like, a coffer, a locked coffer, unlocks it, pulls out 5 silver. He says, "Why don't you take one of them for free tonight? And,
Thank you, sir.
if you need anything from me, you know where to find us." I'm impressed with what you found today.
Yes. If it wasn't for the rest of these fine friends, I would probably be attempting to swim to that island right now.
He kind of
We're
chuckles
gonna
a
have
bit.
to find a way to get to the island, and we know that a regular boat's not gonna do it, Norval.
Well, do you have a plan?
Lynette has a voucher that he's willing to give us to get a ship from Forstride
A discount at least.
at discount, and we're hoping to do that so that we can get over to the island and crush this group.
He smiles and he says, he kind of just like lifts his hands. "Sounds like you got a good plan. We'll keep everything under control here."
Well, if this is all the case, I should probably better scratch at Hum's face a little bit, sarcastically.
Did you say retire?
No, I said we're to put the parrot to sleep and kind of scratch at Hum's face sarcastically.
Hum giggles and ruffles Tadias' hair.
Yeah, a little to the left, I have an itch.
She does it.
Oh, yes. Anyway, I am quite tired. I think we are going to retire, actually, so...
All right. Have a good night.
What time is it?
It's probably like almost midnight.
I think it would be best if
After
we all
you-
slept.
After you leave Norval's back office, you see that you sort of realize that the bar is starting to quiet down significantly. People have left to go home. Travelers have gone up to their rooms, leaving only a few people still drinking.
I help Hum down from my shoulder, and I say, "You are quite wonderful tonight, but next time I want to dance before you start showing up bards, eh?"
Sounds good.
How much do you guys think you drank this evening?
I only had one drink.
Carol had nothing.
I think me and Zach did most of it.
Yep.
Right about
All right, so the barkeep kind of flags you down and says, "Do you want to pay out your tab now or in the morning?"
Ugh.
Probably get breakfast. We can do it in the morning.
All right. And then she leaves and starts.
Oh,
Getting back
before
to
you
you.
go, you have a wonderful night. Hand her a silver.
Oh, thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Thank you so much. She puts it in her little apron pocket and gets back to work.
Well, I'm going to get this armor off and try to pick up some of the bloody spots a little bit. You guys have a good night.
Good night,
too.
guys. And I shuffle to our room.
The night passes without incident. If you whatever you're seeing you want to do.
I just want to rub out all the spots I got me. His weapon leave like anything on me? Any little bits of bone or anything?
Oh, when they hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the shark tooth kind of breaks off in the chinks of the links of the armor.
Can I look into it and see if it looks like it is from... It's
Oh.
from the...
Roll nature check.
Yeah.
As far as you know, it's from some sea creature with teeth.
I kind of slip it into my pocket. He's going to get them in the eye later. And then I lay down and go to sleep.
All right.
Hum stays up for another hour and builds a little bird.
Nice.
So is there like a bath in this establishment?
There's a. You ask the bartender, and she says, "Oh, I can draw up some hot water for you."
That would be great.
Is
Yeah.
there a window in our room?
Sure. And it
Is-
looks out. It looks out. Which way do you want to look out?
Preferably over the bay.
Uh,
Whatever.
Sure. There's a window that peers out that way. You can't really see the water because the keep sort of blocks the view.
Yeah.
But off in like this direction, you can see a little bit of it. Do you just stare off into the distance?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna clean myself up and go to bed.
All right. I assume pretty much everyone does that. If not, then in the morning. So, anything else? Any other flavor?
Nothing for me.
Night passes. And the morning comes. What are you guys gonna do?
Hum wakes up early and goes downstairs, and she's tinkering again at the table.
What's Tadias doing?
I'm looking over some of my maps, and I'm starting to sketch out a little bit of
A little bit of what?
road.
Okay.
Particularly the island and how it's been described to me, the distance, so I can give itinerary to whoever we're getting the boat for.
Wait, say that
Hum
again?
leans over.
Oh, I'm just going to use the cartography tools to make a map of how far the description of the island has been from us.
Oh, got it. No one ever actually told you how far out it is.
And then I will put a nice little question mark and a there be dragons to the east.
There's somebody in your party who has a good idea of where it is. His name starts with a Z. And it's only because of when he was on that fated job. It seemed that the closer they got to a certain point in the Gulf, the more bandits they had to deal with.
Alright, I'll remind myself of that when I go down.
What's that? Good.
Get up in the morning. I go back to the window and I take some of my javelins and I take a whetstone out and I just start sharpening it, as I guess Tadias is looking over his maps.
A mundane whetstone. Okay.
Hey, you did a job in this bay one.
Yes. What of it?
How far do you think the island is out to the east?
Roughly how far out were we when we started hitting like large amounts of bandits?
So the map kind of spoils it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So it was around this area where you were, and
Okay.
you can kind of tell that when you got like a mile or two off of this point and around, there are lots of more baddies to deal with.
From our current location, we seem to be encountering a lot of bandits around the 20-mile mark from the piers to the ocean.
I'm just gonna write a little note of it on the map. I'm trying to put together sort of inference, something we can use when we actually do make the sail inward.
Yes, just be fully aware there's a lot of them.
I didn't imagine this would be easy. But I kind of like fold up all my stuff. Either way, I need breakfast and leave you have a date with some fish.
Tadias,
Yes.
things get bad. I want you to make sure you get the girls away from here. I will hold them off. You must escape.
We're not leaving you, friend. But if it comes down to it, I will accept your terms. If you do fall, I will make sure that you...
Thank you.
What's Carol doing?
Carol woke up early since she fell asleep so early. And she's mostly just looking around for something at the bar.
She's off to breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. What about
Hum's
Illyria?
already down there.
What about Illyria?
I'm just headed down the stairs
Okay.
to get some breakfast.
Got it.
Hum's finished a little soldier tinker toy there.
What you got there, Hum?
I've been tinkering all night. I just couldn't help myself. I made this little bird for Tadias, and I made a little soldier for Zachariel. I'm hoping it'll cheer him up.
Oh, sure hope so. Wait, can you make a monkey?
I'm not good at monkeys, but maybe the next time I sit down to tinker, I could make you a mouse. Or
Well, I
a
heard
frog.
Zachariel talking about he encountered a monkey and he gave it to his daughter. Maybe he'd like that.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Kind of hoping he likes this. And I held up a little way shield.
You know,
What's
seeing
what's
you
that?
tinker with those toys and make those little toys there really makes me miss my carver's tools.
Maybe we should pick some up for you.
Maybe.
It's a good way to calm your mind, you know. After all of this fighting, I feel like all we do is fight.
Yeah, it is a little. It gets boring after a while, definitely.
Did you do a lot of carving, Carahan?
Oh yes, I absolutely love that Gary.
What do you like to carve best?
Oh, I used to carve little statuettes of animals most.
Oh, what kind of animals?
Anything I would see that day outside. Most of the time it was like foxes, owls, things like that were in the forest a lot.
You know what we have to do now?
We have to get carving tools.
Yep.
I don't know.
What
Well,
was
here
it?
come the guys now.
Oh, here come the guys now. as
Apparently.
as Tadias and Zachariel walk down the stairs.
I thought they were walking down the stairs. I didn't want to.
I just said that you guys could join whenever.
Morning, everyone.
I made you guys something.
Oh, really? Oh, look at this.
I hand him a little bird. It's just a little clockwork bird. Put it down. It'll
I
move
put
around.
it down.
Are you taking off the 10 gold to make that?
I did.
All right, cool.
And it just kind of surround it. Fancy.
And is at this point that everyone sort of realizes that Dante's not with you again.
He's not. He's with Leonard.
He is with Leonard. Okay. I'm glad that you caught that.
So what was the plans today? Do we have any business in town? We're going to Forest Ride to pick up our boat. Or we should probably get our voucher first, shouldn't we?
And Dante.
Oh yes, Dante, of course.
So you guys take breakfast, and as you turn to leave, it's a male sort of. It's not the same woman. It's a male halfling, and he says, "I think you're down for a tab."
We are. How much is it?
Gold and 5 silver for the drink and the breakfast.
Take care of it. I
I
gotta
handle
pony up
it.
the money. Oh, she beat me to it.
Thank you. Have a good day. And
Right.
Throw him 2 extra silver for a tip.
oh, thank you very much. He pockets it.
Big spender.
All right. So
Well, my takings were pretty great
Yes,
last night.
you played well. No one could deny that.
Yes, not really my style of music, but hard to argue that you are excellent.
Thank you. And I hand him a little Wayguard soldier. I made this for you this morning.
Thank you.
As these guys are talking, I'm going to get Valora to go get Dante.
you're gonna send your panther out in town all by her lonesome.
Okay, maybe that's a bad idea.
She did steal a fish last time.
You're right, I forgot about that.
Oh, it's a lovely day outside, I'm sure. Quiet walk down to the pier won't be too bad.
I don't feel like losing another race, no.
Oh, no, we won't compete today.
So you guys leave the inn and you start heading to Leonard's warehouse, I assume.
Yes.
So
On the way, are we headed through the town
You can.
where we can pick up the carving tools for Miss Thing,
Yeah.
for Miss Carahel?
Takes no time at all. You catch them right as they open, and now I need to figure out prices. 1 gold for woodcarver's tools.
I can afford that.
Parking knife and some
Hum
chisel and
just
whatnot.
runs over and hands you this. It's a gift from me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Can I, this is going to be silly, but can I see if they have any, like, languages for dummies books? Just like...
Primordial for dummies.
You shop around and you find a meager sort of library. Sure, that's run by a male halfling with who's got that male pattern baldness going on with white wiry hair coming off of the sides of his head, and he says, "What kind of book are you looking for?"
I'm looking for something to learn some languages. Primarily Primordial.
Primordial. It's isn't that common a language, friend?
I say no, it is not in Primordial.
Well, it's not as common as Elvish, Dwarvish, Halfling, Gnomish, but I'll see what I have. He looks in the back and he brings out
Even
this...
if you just have a basic alphabet.
He brings out this very tarnished-looking scroll, and he says, "This it has some primordial words on it, as far as I know. I don't know the language too well. I know the alphabet, and I know the script it's in, and some words, but I picked this up a while back. Hopefully it'll suit you." He like lets you mess around with it. He says, "I'll let you have it for 2 gold."
Does he hand it to me?
He does.
Alright, I just kind of look at it real quick to see if it actually is Primordial.
It is, because Primordial is in it's in Dwarvish.
Yeah.
The script is Dwarvish. So and you notice like the way it's put together, like it is primordial words.
Okay. Alright. There you go.
Oh, thank you. He says, any other books you need?
You have any children's stories?
Oh, I've got a few of those, and he shows you like this kind of tarnished looking paperback almost that says trying to think of a punny D&D children's story. It's about it looks like it's about how an elf and a dwarf get along.
Alright, I'll take it.
That'll be 5 silver.
Alright, here you go.
Thank you very much. Having too much fun shopping.
While he's doing that, can I find off my 25 gold little ring?
You pawn it off? Yeah. You pawn it off.
Nah, just 25 gold.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I think it is... I wanted to end with a cliffhanger, but we'll have to let that wait as it is 9 o'clock. So, I think we'll end the session here. Before you guys talk to Lanid and head off to Forest Stride. So, thank you, everyone who is watching, online or off. And we will see you next week. Everybody good for next week?
I believe so.
All right. Thank you once again. Until next time.
Goodbye.